this is a complete transformation. Crazy. There's no way you could walk by somebody like, where'd that come from? Oh, and today, this one's gonna be pretty sweet. It doesn't necessarily have that huge feel-good vibe. I'm going to take a brand new pair of triple black ultraboost 19s, completely deck these out as a breast cancer awareness shoe. We currently offer laces and stripes for the ultraboost 19, and then potentially on your guys' feedback, like what you think of this. Like, we can work on trying to make more parts and pieces available for these shoes. There just is like a difficulty level to installing them. It's our responsibility to make sure that not only we give you these tools, but we also give you like the knowledge, the know-how to use them and to install them. Before we get into something I want to address, I baked cookies for the homeless people and I passed them out. I decided to kind of give like my reaction, my opinion to what had happened and who I had met. And I had made it a point in saying how I was surprised that this gentleman had pulled out a cell phone after I had spoke with him. As the viewer, it may have been taken that I was being ignorant, or at least that's what someone had told me. So I wanted to come back and at least apologize publicly for those that do feel offended by that. You know, we all make mistakes and we all have our own perspectives. So I happen to give a perspective, and I think it came off where I wasn't necessarily being empathetic, I guess would be the best word. My intention here and my point is that you know, I'm 26 years old. I went to the University of Indiana. I'm just a normal guy. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm trying to provide for myself and build a business. I also want to do good in this world. And I think that, you know, I think a lot of people have that feeling as well. Over 31 days, I'm challenging myself to be extremely creative so that if someone decides like, hey, how could I give back on my own time? Like, I just built a blueprint that says, hey, here's 31 days. Here's the impact that I was able to leave. And here are a number of the things that I did. That maybe can give you the ability to make an educated decision on what you have the time to do, and then you can then take this and maybe make your own. That's the point. I make mistakes, so if you guys were offended or you felt that I was being arrogant, I truly apologize for that. The progression from like sitting down and spending time with someone for 15 minutes that like, you know, was living out of a suitcase and just didn't even have shoes, and then like showed me where he slept in a back alley, like, and then going to, you know, like this guy that pulls out a cell phone and says like we should cross promote. Like, I totally understand there are different levels of poverty and homelessness. It was a surprise factor going from one end to the other. All right, let's keep it rolling. Before we can get started customizing these, I was thinking I need to have a better workspace. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna clean up the photo section back there, and I'm gonna use that white table, bring it up here, bring the lights. That way you can kind of see everything in detail. Just look a lot cleaner. So give me a sec to clean up and then we'll get into it. Table set up behind me, cleaned it off, set up the lights, took the camera off the grill pod, we got it on the tripod now. I'm gonna give you a bunch of sick angles, let's get into it. Alright, got a nice little table setup going here, clean table for you guys to see everything. Got our triple black ultraboost 19s with us. I don't know if you guys have had a chance to check them out yet, but they have a new box which is pretty sick. It's definitely a change from your typical yellow, white, and purple box, but I think it's pretty cool. And then these are the shoes. If you guys haven't given them a try yet, they are definitely more comfortable than the regular ultraboost, much more support. They feel just much tighter, I guess, in the knit. So I definitely recommend giving them a try. Some of like the most negative feedback around this pair came from the cage and kind of that it's like a right angle harsh cut. Similar to how this kind of angles with the stripe. Here it's just kind of a right angle. It looks kind of blocky and stupid. You throw some stripes on there and you forget. So first thing after kind of like going through this shoe, we have a heel cup right here. And I guess it kind of has like three pieces in a sense. The outline completely around this raised kind of like piping, and then you have this kind of like inner insert. So all three of those could be, you know, separate wraps or the same wrap. We have the stripes, obviously. So do the laces. All right, we got all of our stuff. Figured I'd show you what I got. You can let me know if you like it, but that has to be after because I've already made up my mind. We'll use pink chrome and white. And I think what we're gonna do is stripes are gonna be pink chrome, and we're gonna create kind of this like glowing effect with the heel cuff. We're gonna create a white back, and then this tubing we're gonna try and do in pink chrome. Also, I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with the Sacai collaborations that Nike have been doing on like the blazer, the waffle. I know we focus on Adidas here. That doesn't mean you can't give props where they're deserved. I think that the creativity on the Sacai pair is really cool. I think that comes from Sacai, not Nike. I'm really big a fan of the layered look and kind of just how those came out. So I was thinking that we could potentially try to imitate that Sacai layered look with the pink chrome and with white on the ultraboost 19. To create that layered look and to fit into all these little spaces, I've went ahead and I've made some really small strips of white and then some small strips of pink chrome. Kind of gives me like a Tron Transformers vibe. I think that's pretty cool. Alright, so now we're going to move on to the stripes. I'm not sure if you guys could see from the video, but I did take these stripes, I moved them like a little bit back because we're definitely going to have an overlap here. And if you guys aren't familiar yet, these white stripes that I put on are actually a base layer stripe that we sell with the BCA stripes. This material by itself won't adhere to the ultraboost 19 cage, so that's why we have these white base layer stripes. But anyhow, for this project, it actually happens to work out well since we're going for that kind of mismatching white accents. But just want to let you guys know in case you were wondering. Overall, I think it kind of came out really cool. You know, I think it's super unique. It for sure stands out. Like here's your average one, you know, like I think this is a really cool way to kind of show off pink and your support for breast cancer awareness in the month of October. I know a lot of people always ask like, hey, how can I show support? How can I spread the word? Like, what could I do to help? And something as small as like wearing pink on your shoe actually can make a difference. Whether you think so or not, like from the perspective, like say you're in high school and like, you know, you have a bunch of these younger kids about to go in high school that are looking up to you, and they were made fun of in grade school for pink and thinking pink was kind of like a flamboyant color in a sense. And then he sees you walking with these and is like, wow, is pink cool? Like, you're setting a prime example. This is a really cool way to show your support and to show your standing for the fight against breast cancer. And this is a good way to put out awareness even, you know? You're taking a shoe that originally started like solid black, not much to it. It's a great shoe, but it just is solid black. And like, this is a complete transformation. It's crazy. Like, this has so much to it, and like there's no way you could walk by somebody and they wouldn't be like, where'd that come from? So that's a wrap for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope that you are inspired to kind of do something pink, whether that be on your shoes, whether that be like a keychain on your backpack, a keychain on your key ring. I think it's important that we add a dash of pink to our lives during the month of October to show that we are there with all of those that suffer, and we are showing our support. So thank you guys again for watching. I really do appreciate it. All the love, the like, the comments, it means the world to me.